Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Aspiring Entrepreneur. I'm your host Hamza Chowdhury, and today's video I'd like to give you an update of the Tesla stock. It's November 29th, and we've had an extremely exciting last couple weeks on the stock, and I figured it'd be a good time to give my update. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving and had a solid week of trading, and I know we're entering our final month of the year, so let's make it count, guys. So with that said, let's just jump right in. And so a couple weeks ago, prior to the S&P news, we had drawn out the support here in the 408 range, and the S&P news was probably the biggest catalyst that we could have outside of the split, and it was exactly what the stock needed because it seemed like we were just sort of trading sideways and between the 400 to the 450 range, and it really there was no direction. But we had called was previously that there was this wedge that was being formed by Tesla, and that we would see about a 440 break last week, and we got a lot more than that a couple weeks ago. And so with this upwards momentum, we initially had this sort of gap up, with the S&P news, and then we had the sell off, and you can clearly see that we've been uptrending pretty much every day. We had maybe a couple of days of just sidewards action where we're just consolidating, but there's just so much money that's getting pumped into the stock, right? So again, if we're trading on the upward band of the Bollinger Band, we're completely going vertical. And you can see, one of the things I mentioned in my last Tesla video is that I went opposite of the trend right around here. And you can see that there was just squeezes, right? There's just so many squeezes and consolidation and then more squeezes. So if you're trying to short Tesla, not necessarily the best move. I know there was this sort of talk or discussion when they had sort of a sell-off with the Model Y, Model X, I think, recall. But you can see here that, despite it selling off, what happens? It just gets bought right back up, right? So when you see a stock that's constantly selling off and it's being bought up, so it's sold off, bought up, it got sold off and bought back up, and it continues and it actually breaks those pre-market highs, right? So on this day, on the 24th, right, breaks the pre-market high in the afternoon, pre-market high here, breaks it up right here in the afternoon. So when this constantly happens, the stock is extremely bullish. So do I expect us to break 600? Yes. And keep in mind that the S&P news isn't coming out till we're not actually officially in the S&P until the third week of December. So we still have 3 weeks of people and funds and indexes buying up the stock. So the stock's going to be highly in demand. So definitely it's not a stock I'd be interested in shorting. I am scalping shorts, but definitely not swinging shorts, right? So I continue to expect that this will be an upward trend. And what's interesting and a perfectly honest story is I've actually missed two longs on Tesla at a really like an ideal purchase price. So for example, here I had bought, or I wanted Tesla on, this would have been Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and I had a purchase order here around 545, and you can see that the low was right around 545, 48 cents. I missed it by about 50 cents. And this is the problem when you try to bottom tick, right? And then so here I was really excited because I was going to get filled. On Friday, Black Friday, I had a order in for, it was 561, and you can see here that the stock hit 561. The low was 561 and 81 cents, and so I missed it by about 80 cents. And what was interesting was originally my order was at 560, but I bumped it up to 561. I think it was actually in 10 cents because I was like, I don't want to bottom tick. And even though I jumped it up to 561, I still missed it by 70 cents. And why am I bummed out? Well, obviously I'm bummed out because guess what? I missed a 30-point move that day. I missed another 30-point move on the day before. So here we are from 540 all the way up to touching 600. That's a 60-point move and essentially a trading session. So, been bummed out about it, but you live to trade another day. So just, keep in mind that bottom ticking, top ticking is never really a good idea. Tesla is one of those stocks, if you look at the average true range, we're going in about 20, 25, 30 points now, right? So if you're trying to risk your manage your risk, you got to understand that you could be up, 30 points wrong at worst case trading the Tesla stock. So this is a good thing. I encourage you to use the ATR in order to help you understand how you can manage your risk and how far the stock can go. And so, now that we've been getting these 25, 30-point swings, you can really have a solid trade on Tesla if assuming you're on the right side. But with the positive momentum, you can see on the RSI on the daily chart we're extremely overbought, but I can expect this to continue kind of like how we had here, pre-split, just a bunch of overbought, and we just started that cycle last week. So I expect that to continue for the next few weeks, And then once we get in the S&P, I expect this thing to unwind a bit to get to more sustainable levels. But we have solid supports in the 500 and all the way up. We're building some type of range, but we do need to see some consolidation just so we understand where exactly we can expect some future support if the stock were to unwind, where we can look to dip buy. Okay, guys, so with that said, I expect the stock to continue its upwards momentum for the next few weeks. If you're looking for dip buys, like I said, I have several ranges drawn out for tomorrow going to Monday at 560, and then my next range would be 545. And so what I'm looking to do is dip buy where I can and do covered calls. If you're in the options game, doing a covered call and selling premium every week on Tesla is a solid idea. This is a stock that's going to continue its upwards momentum. So there's just a ton of ways to be making profit off of this extremely volatile move. So with that said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.